Hi, this is James with OptionVue. Just going to go over some quick settings in OptionVue. These are some of the frequently asked questions I get when people first get started with OptionVue. So I'm going to just go over some quick settings and some helpful tips. Okay, so this is the quotes display. When you first open up OptionVue, this is what you're going to see. It comes preloaded with some default settings. You can customize this quotes display however you like. Just left click on a column heading. And you can hit the insert button on your keyboard to add a new column, or the delete key will get rid of a column, and then right clicking on the column heading allows you to choose what you want that column to represent. Okay. Over here you have the I think I had this as ask before. Yep, I did. Let me just change that back real quick. Okay. And over here you have the symbols. You can put any symbol you want in here. You can insert and type in a symbol, or you can highlight it and hit the delete key and it'll get rid of it for you. Okay. You can also use this little menu button over here to insert rows or delete rows, and the same thing for column headings. Okay. This is the settings tab here. And this is where you're going to want to come right at the beginning, and you're going to want to first go to preferences. Okay. And the biggest thing that I like to have people change here right away is go to fonts and go to 8-point here. What this does is it has to do with the risk graph analysis, break-even points. They show up a lot better. Okay. The other thing is the actual graphic analysis itself. You will most likely want to select T+0 to start. This way you are looking at today right now versus the default expiration line that shows up when you first open a graphic analysis or risk graph. Okay. Also T+N lines are displayed in the graphic analysis right off the bat if you want to have dates instead of the T+5 days, which would mean 5 days from today. You can select that here. Some real neat settings to be able to come in here and customize how you want to have OptionVue set up, but those are the only ones I really recommend for right now. Okay, so that was under settings preferences. The next one is default models. Slippage is set to small to start off with. I recommend none. That's what your brokerage platform is going to show. This means that you're getting modeling done at the pure market price, not any slippage. So OptionVue will allow you to model moderate, large, small, hit bid ask. Hit bid ask would mean that it's going to model like you're buying an option at the ask price and selling at the bid, so the worst possible fills. Okay, so again, I recommend none. Okay, just some other information that's in here is how we calculate the market price. Okay, you know, some other settings here. Nothing other than that slippage setting to change here right off the bat. Under settings, again, this time we're going to go to default auto strike. Okay, and this, depending on what you're trading, is going to affect the range of strikes you see when you open any underlying matrix or options chain. Okay, ITM means the in the monies. I don't do a lot of in the money trading, so I keep that range to small. I'm always looking at stuff out of the money, so I like the out of the money to be to large on both the puts and the calls. What this means is that every day you open up an options chain in OptionVue, it looks at where the at the money is and then creates a range around that. Okay, I recommend displaying all strikes. The default is natural intervals. So what that means is if you're opened up an Apple chain and you would see the weeklies, if you have weeklies selected here, which you'll want to do if you want to look at weeklies. It'll show the weeklies for Apple, and I'm talking about natural intervals here, and it'll show farther out. So maybe you'll be only seeing 5-point strikes in Apple because the contracts that are a month, actually 2 or 3 months out, might only be trading the $5 strikes. As things get closer into expiration, the dollar strikes start opening up. So by displaying all strikes, you're going to see all the strikes available, not just $5 strikes. So that's why I like to have display all strikes. Okay, we can OK out of here, and next we're going to go to settings again, and this time default matrix format. Okay, the real thing that I want to show you here is the options section here. You can set up to 3 different defaults, and I like a 1x5. You want to have market price. This is implied volatility, and this is trade. This is if you're modeling a position. You don't actually have the trade on yet. And this is existing position. This is something that you have on or are back testing paper trading. And it's going to show up in the transaction log. And then I like to have this fifth column here to change on the fly. Okay, and I'll show you what that means in 1 second. So this is my number 1 default setting, and you can have up to 3 of them. So once you select this, you would hit set default 1 and then hit OK out of here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump into, let's just take a look at the SPY really quick. I'm just going to double click here and go into the options chain. Okay. Now you'll see these colors in here. These are standard deviations. Okay. When the default setting, when it comes up, you won't see that. Okay. You'll want to click this S button here. Okay. And this is brings in this number, which is the current statistical volatility. Okay, which is how we come up with the standard deviations. Okay, this line here is showing you the at the money, this darker line, and then the outer, the lighter pink color is showing you the first standard deviation. When you get out to the blue, you're into the second standard deviation. When you get into the white, you're in the third. Okay. So again, like I was saying, here is one of my default settings here. I'm going to hit my set default 1. My default buttons are right here. Okay. And then what I can do is I can right click on this final column and I can change this to whatever I want it to be. This is one of my favorites. It's based on OptionVue's theoretical pricing, and it shows if these options are overvalued or undervalued and by what percentage. Okay, so basically it's comparing the theoretical price to the actual market price. Okay. Again, I was talking about the trade and existing position columns. If you put something in the trade column, okay, this is something that you're thinking about doing. If you actually want to log the position in and track it going forward, or if you're in back trader, which is up here, and you put a trade in and you want to see how it does as you step through time, you're going to want to make sure you hit this convert trade button. Okay. When you hit that convert trade button, it automatically moves over to the existing position column here. You're never going to be typing in this existing position column. Okay. So let me go back to the home tab here. And let me just jump into a demo account that I have. So if I convert this trade, you're going to see now that it automatically moves over here. And I can click on this trade log. Okay, and you can see there's what I just did. Okay, if you made a mistake and want to get rid of this, you would just delete this here and then hit OK. Okay, if I did have that trade on, you can see it disappeared. If I did have that trade on, I want to put the closing trade in, I would just put the opposite trade, like a -1 there, and then hit convert trades. Okay. The other thing I wanted to touch on was this info button here. Well, when you first get OptionVue, you're going to have a demo account. I think it says account 1. You can create an unlimited number of accounts in OptionVue. Okay. And if you're going to do any back test, you can name it back test, whatever you want. I'm clicking on my accounts field here, and you can see that I've got tons of accounts that I've created. Live accounts, back tested accounts, demo accounts. And so this is what you can do to start a new campaign. If you're doing one live, if you have accounts with multiple brokerages, you can have all of those in here so you can jump between them and see where you're at. But all you would do is select new account, select the date and amount you want the account to start with. Okay. If you're doing a campaign style, you'll probably want to select this, which is gain losses to include previously realized gain losses. That means any adjustments that you're making are going to be included in the P&L and risk graph of that campaign that you're doing. Okay, and down here is where you'll set up commissions if you want to include commissions in your open positions. Okay. Those are the main things. I'm going to just hit run up on 10 minutes here. OptionVue is very robust. There's a lot of settings and a lot of customization you can do. Don't get overwhelmed if you're just getting started. We're here to help. You can call us or email us anytime. We're happy to jump in. A lot of times you can go to this help button up here. And if you're talking to us on the phone, you can use our remote support, which is nice because then we can look over your shoulder right away and kind of see what your question is or what kind of issue you're having. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick is that if you can go to Help Docs here, and this will take you to basically our online manual. I'm just going to go ahead and really quickly show you OptionVue.com, and then you click on the Support tab. This is the online help right here, and what you can do is you can actually look at our index, go to search, you could type in matrix if you wanted to, and it'll give you details of all these things, or selections of all these things you can zero in on and learn more about. Okay, so that's again OptionVue.com support. That was the online help. We also have, you can see all the latest things we've done on OptionVue. If you click on latest release, version 8.12, there's actually a lot more versions going back a while that you could read about. And then a lot of YouTube videos here, a lot of demo videos like this, but more extensive. Some nice training and trading education is available on our YouTube channel as well. Okay. Again, here's our phone number, and give us a call if you need any help. Hope this is useful for you. Thanks.